We are streaming. We're streaming with the Nosferatu background. Here we go.
Wow, that was a nice picture, Olivia.
It's a very calming picture, I think, on this day, right?
Yeah.
So
how's the
hello.
Halloween celebrations? Hello, everybody.
So, and I mean, I realized before the stream that our next stream is after Halloween. So I just decided, I was like, hey, this should be the Halloween stream. And the only thing that went with notifications was Nosferatu. So that's about what I came up with.
I see.
That's about all. That was the closest thing, and so I actually found a Nosferatu image. But let's see who's on the stream with us. Anybody? Anybody? All right, yay! Oh wait, no. Okay, good. I accidentally swiped my desktop, but let's see. Jose, is your sound working?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Hello.
Hopefully everybody can hear us loud and clear on our Halloween notifications API stream.
Yes. Hello.
So I'm thinking now we're just going to be playing a little bit with the notifications API, but it's going to encompass a lot of topics that we've done before, like location history and just working with geofencing a little bit. So we'll see where we get to today with notifications API, because we can always sort of delve more into it. But I get the feeling that there's a lot of setup before we get to notifications API, so I feel like we'll be going through some of that as well, right?
Yes. Olivia?
Yep.
I think I need to share my screen as well. I think I don't think you have my screen.
Yeah, you want me to swap it over to you?
No. It's just make sure that you have my screen, right?
I think so. I'll have your screen, but just we'll make sure that it's over on code beforehand.
Okay, good. Just make sure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's what we left before. Yes, left.
All right. So let's see. For notifications, last time we used the Geofences creator to help us make different zones. And then at a sort of a basic level, whenever a car or a ghost, whatever we're monitoring leaves the geofence, leaves the geofenced area, that's like a use case for a notification. So ideally, you can get a ping whenever, you're tracking movement of an object and it leaves the certain space, which is what we talked about in object tracking too. So we can use webhooks to get updates from our object if we're tracking it. But again, like there's a lot of things that go into it. We can use location history, we can get speed, we can get direction, and we get a lot of different factors about our object that are, part of this whole umbrella. Let's see.
That is true. Yeah.
And so getting updates, we can use Postman to control the types of alerts. We can also use it to sort of edit the notifications themselves, right? We can change the name, we can edit the rules, we can change the object, and then we can get push alerts for different types of incidents, right? We can use, time-based dwelling, which basically is, how long our object's been in a certain place. We can talk about transitions. But again, that's part of the whole setup of just using the Geofences creator, using geofencing, using location history, using a lot of different components as well.
Yeah, remember that the notifications API is part of the family of the tracking our tracking family that is component with the history, location, the geofencing, and notifications together. So internally they work seamlessly behind our.
Yeah, it's all interrelated.
Yeah, correct. We share the same objects, and that means they use each other.
Yeah, so they all interact. So you can talk about different portions while interacting with the same sort of project. So in your project, say if you're getting notifications, you'll also be using the geofencing, right? As we've done before, like we did in the Roswell episode, right? Most of that episode, I think, ended up being focused on the geofencing aspect, which is why we said, hey, we really want to talk about object tracking in terms of like tracking the actual object, because we ended up spending majority of that time just setting up the geofences and going through the process. So there's a lot it takes to actually get there in the first place sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm thinking maybe we should start seeing if we can track some ghosts. So if we want to, I can hand it over to your screen and let's see what haunts we have. All right.
Let me know when my screen is up.
Should be your screen now.
Yay. Okay, so in our last episode of the episode, we were helping a friend also in Vancouver. Let me double check. Is it Vancouver?
Yes. Was it Vancouver? Yeah, it was.
was Vancouver. No, it got confused a little bit because we did also the electric routing also in Vancouver, meant to Vancouver to Seattle. But coincidence, we still have the same city. No bias here.
No bias at all.
So,
that's where we did sort of the waypoint routing setup, because we did the specific application where, as you can see, their geofences set up around each sort of like delivery location, so that you can get, delivery approaching notifications with geofencing, which is really fun.
Yeah, we created a route in advance. We displayed the route, and for every waypoint, we added a geofence in the applications, and then we get notified, or we want to get notified when our delivery. As you can see, I make the marker draggable, so we are dragging the marker now, and we go inside, and the driver goes into the first location. You get notified that we enter the fence, or when you leave the entrances, get notified that you leave the fence. And if the object stays longer time in a fence, we also can ask for an alert that triggers if you are like, how after so many minutes, for example, this guy is dwelling in this location for a certain
you can set it up, I think, we can set up to very quickly. Like at some point we've done notifications where it's like every few seconds, things like that, like, oh, you're in this location, you're in this location. So it's almost sort of continuous updating, right?
That is true. Yeah. So that's okay. First, we have to change this. We're going the Hollywood theme.
We're going to do the Hollywood theme, right?
Yeah, I have something for you. I found this. I don't know if you can see it here.
It's a ghost, because
everywhere's
haunted right now since it's Halloween, so we may as well start tracking some ghosts, because, like I mentioned, I realized that the next episode's after Halloween, which is a crime. So here we are, tracking the ghosts.
Let me see in the code from last episode. It's a ghost.
I think last time we always do James Bond, ghosts, aliens. I don't know what else.
That's true. Hey, we're here. Yeah, little ghosts here.
We see the ghost. Ghost is in Vancouver right now, on the same driving route as the waypoint routing.
Let's see this little ghost here. We have them moved in different locations of fences. Oh, remember last time also every time that we send the location into the API,
right,
there is a history that is being stored.
Yeah, it's a location history.
And we had a little application. Wait, I have it here in my one tab open somewhere. I think it's this one. Let's see the location. And in display, we request the location. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's quite a big movement.
Our
of
ghost
the
has been doing a lot of
all
haunting.
Over the place.
It's been haunting everywhere. So that's the location history you can see of the ghost, because wherever you click, it's basically registering and drawing a path, right?
That is true. Oh, look at this. It's moving here. Okay, how about we clear up all this?
Let's create a new one. Let's blank slate.
Blank slate. So remember
Postman,
our Postman collection. Yes. Let's go back to our favorite collection, which it's still in the GitHub repository that we posted in a link in. It will be down in the. I don't know if we have it in the chat or we have it in the link down there.
Right.
And I will update it. Of course, I will update this in GitHub once we finish this episode with more code that we have to add here, more API usage.
It's very handy to have the Postman collection, because I think it makes the testing so much easier, and it makes it you can edit everything a lot more easily. Like here we'll be clearing out the history, which makes it a lot easier. And sort of doing a blank slate for tracking our ghosts, and so that way we're not just adding to that whole cluster of purple lines.
There it is. Delete history location. The history location only receive. Okay, give me admin key. I want to delete everything. I go and click send. It says processing. Let's go back to our application. I'm going to reload, and voila, it's gone. Clean slide.
And now we have no ghost movement.
No. We can try that now to see how if it works. So let's see. We'll move here, and then slowly the ghost is moving towards in this street. This is Fairview. They go turn on Fair Street. Let's go.
So we're having a very specific sort of haunting path for the ghost here, and we'll see if we can have it register in our location history that we worked with before. We've done location history, I think, a little bit before, but now you can actually see another sort of real-time how it works alongside, the routing we've created, alongside the geofencing that we've created, to sort of give a good foundation for all of that, right?
Okay. Yeah, we are now on Granville Loop Path. let's see. And indeed, we have here his location. So they go the whole route. Nice. Now, let me just check the console, because I think with the history location, we get more than more than lat and longs.
Yeah, now what else do we get? We can get, like, I think speed, direction, maybe from location history?
I think so.
Let's see.
This is an array that we create for the object here. I have the positions here. There's features, of course, and we have the timestamp, what time, and we have for each one estimated speed. And remember, our APIs work in metrics. That means is kilometers per hour. That
yeah,
means,
and we did wonder whether it was going to be meters per second, but it's actually kilometers per hour for the ghost. So let's see, how fast is our ghost is actually moving pretty fast, I mean, which makes sense.
Quite
our
fast.
Ghost is covering, this is a super ghost, basically, is what we're dealing with here.
Let me see. This was the last time your speed is, oh, wow, look at this speed. I was flying too fast.
It's going too fast, you're speeding. Wonder if ghosts can get tickets.
I don't think it can be seen.
That's true.
No. How much is this? How much is 55 kilometers per hour?
55. That's not very fast, though, actually. Isn't it like 30?
35?
35 miles per hour? I mean, so it's a fast ghost, but fast is relative, right? Let's see.
Miles per hour. I use DuckDuckGo, by the way.
DuckDuckGo is still the best. So it's about 35, I think is what it said.
Yeah, about 34.8. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so how about
the thing is, oh yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to quickly, because since we're gonna move to the geofencing and notification, let's finish with this with the history. Let's create a pop-up, for example, that display the speed, the estimated speed.
Because that way, as you're tracking the ghost, will the pop-up come up every time we click, or will it come up sort of just on like the last click?
Yeah, let me just should be not very hard to do.
Let's see.
We have mark here. This is the story. This is when we create the object. Let me just go to the ID from here. So when the map is loaded, we fetch all the history of this object that we have created. Then we extract the coordinates, and we create the marker. And when we create the marker, we say it's a ghost. We put the URL of ghost, which is element. And before adding to the map, I think it's called set pop-up.
Yeah, set pop-up, and then I guess we'll think about what we display in the pop-up too.
We want to display the speed, the estimated speed.
So we can do just speed.
Yeah, we can
see how fast our ghost is going.
Correct. And the position, his coordinates, and we have the market coordinates. We have market. This is to get the coordinates from the element position features. We can create the ordinate coordinates, element. We push the coordinates. Sub-0 1. And they create a marker with this coordinates, with this object, which is this position. Okay, so
that's for our ghost marker, though.
Yeah. Let's
create a simple pop-up for the ghost.
Let's see if I remember how to add pop-ups. Hello. Let's see. I think you set pop-up and set text. Yeah, let's see if it works.
Should it be on the first ghost or just on every click?
And everyone.
On every click, so lots of hello ghost.
Every click. Yeah, it is. Hello.
Hello.
That's how you ought to pop up.
Hello ghost.
Hello ghost. Yeah. But we don't want a hello. We want the real value.
Yeah, we want the speed. So we want to fetch the speed of the ghost.
Well, right now we are passing. We're passing the position.
Okay.
Of the marker, because we have the coordinates. It's an array with the long and lat. I think we should pass an object, and the object should be either the long and lat and maybe the estimated speed, for example.
Then I guess if it's a new thing, then say looking at this is all fresh. How does speed come about then? Like, how is the speed calculated from all the positions, right? Because we see speed put out
from the probably from the previous estimated
the distance,
location, distance, and for how long did you take to get there?
So basically, it's just performing the calculation of the speed, manually, so to speak, between each point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, if I start moving around, clicking very fast, I'm going on the map, right?
Yeah.
It should be usually it's very fast.
Yeah.
So obviously, in the element geometry coordinates, it's where I get these features. So let's see, one element is called in geometry. There's coordinates. We have the long, the lat, and the altitude. Yeah, and the altitude, how high it is. But also at the same level of geometry, we have the estimated speed.
Okay.
And then estimate the speed. So at the same level of element. Oh, sorry, geometry. That means the element. So we're gonna have send an object better. It's gonna create a JSON object here, and then we know that this the long, and this will go to the lat. And then we're going to pass the speed. And the speed is called the element. It's called estimated speed. Yeah, estimated speed. Estimated speed. And then we're going to push the array here. And we're going to create a marker, which is a coordinate.
And then we have a nice little real-time pop-up. The ghost movement.
Yeah.
It's like Ghostbusters, but TomTom edition.
Yeah. Next, we can create new markers for the next episode.
For the next,
just
like TomTom
related. Yes, just for fun. Maybe for the next one, don't we have like Thanksgiving Day? Yeah.
The next one is like early November, so we're doing another episode 2 weeks from today. So we're not breaking our schedule.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so we'll put the new calendar up, and we're doing November 3rd. What are we doing on November 3rd? Let me see. I think, what are we working with? I think we might have been doing more routing. No, let's see. Oh, we're doing more search autocomplete. So we're going to wrap up our search autocomplete next time. So that could actually be fun because we can still pull some ghost busting in there, I think.
Yes.
I think we definitely can.
For autocomplete is very nice because we have an SDK for web, an UI element that do the autocomplete for you very easily, and you can get notified from the events or autocomplete whenever. It's very cool.
Yeah, because notifications API is not part of the SDK for web, right? And that's what makes it a little bit more tricky.
More tricky, yeah. Soon, it's coming.
But soon.
Yes. So. You see, in the position, we got the position set long and lat, and I'm passing the same object. I am confident that our SDK will get the object and get the long and lat element from the coordinates, and from here we're going to say the speed. This position is speed, and I hope this is a text. I don't think it's a text. Let's see how it looks like.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see if it explodes on our faces.
Too much ghost at once.
Yeah. Voila.
And now we see.
That it is.
We see the speed.
Yeah, that's a number. Yeah.
Was that the speed?
We see the speed. Yeah, that's
some insane
estimated speed. Yeah, because I was moving it too fast.
Yeah.
I was clicking too fast. Yeah. So in this case, it was whoa, so fast. Let me. Yeah. 1 kilometers per hour. We would going to pass. Okay, let's add some. Just making. I'm gonna hard code this. just to make it
so we
easier.
know what type of speed it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should format this value. We can, if you see,
but at
don't
least
say
we get a specific speed sort of at each point. So if we were really tracking ghosts, you could actually go back and look at the history and say, and you could see exactly how fast the ghost was going at each point in time. And
yes.
you could probably use it to project, I imagine. If you really wanted to, you could use it to project where and how, the ghost will be according to the past speeds.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to our application. We are here in Vancouver, and we have a ghost that's flying around fences.
Ghost is flying around our geofences, as expected.
Yeah. Yes. Where is the ghost? I lost it. Oh, here it is. It's in Granville, right? Now it's moving. You see, I'm moving. If I move this up to here, it took 1 second to go
That's
over.
super fast.
300 meters.
There's no limit for ghosts, They have no respect.
Well, yes. There's no respect. Okay, so let's take a look at our object in our Postman. Let's see, where's our object? Remember, we created the object. We have a list of objects here, and we created the object, and they call it James Bond.
Yeah, so we're gonna change the name of the object to be.
Yeah, we're gonna edit this object because it's not. Yeah, correct.
Or whatever.
What? No, this is not Nosferatu. What? No, this is a little.
It's like a Casper ghost.
Little Casper.
It's a Casper ghost.
Yes.
That makes more sense. Yes. I agree.
Yeah. So if we got this element here, we have this object specifically. I think this object. We can. How do we update an object? I think we can. Where's my body?
It's not patch.
Yeah, it's patch. I think it's patch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll go ahead and change Casper the friendly ghost. I like it.
Ah. This is not found. Not found. Error.
There are no ghosts.
Yeah. What the hell? What's happening? File type is not found. This is not it. Okay, first not probably spot.
It could be.
In doubt, we can always go to our developer portal and see what's happening. So the object is in the Geofencing API, I think. Object service. We're going to edit the object. And it's a put. No, it's not a patch. We have to pass the object ID, and we have to pass what we want to send, and the object name, the project, etc. So let's see. It's a put the Casper name. This is the object, and oh, we're missing something, right? The content. The header. Content type. Content type is JSON. Application JSON. Go ahead. Oh, we have the admin key.
We need the admin key to change the name.
Yes. And let's see. Is our admin key. Where's my name? We saved it. Every important variable that we have in our project is in this piece of code. This is our admin key. Okay, we saved them.
So we take our admin key over to Postman.
Correct. And save it. And before doing that, I'm going to save this as. We're going to edit a single object. I'm gonna save it because it's a put. So we're gonna save this and go. I just added it, the admin key. What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Required parameter admin key is. Oh, I did a mistake here. This is the admin key. As you can see, I added the admin key to the headers, not to the parameters. Sorry about that. Yes.
But this is a good Postman 101 though, because Postman at least makes it super clear on where it's very easy to find errors.
Yeah. Excellent. And Casper. Oh.
So now we have Casper.
The properties.
We have a type UFO.
Yeah, still type UFO. We have to change that. So we can always change properties.
We can tell that, you know, it's a holdover from our Roswell geofencing days when we used to have the UFOs.
The same. We're using the same object, I think, right? Properties as an object. And type.
Ectoplasmatic entity.
Or
that's very
ectoplasmic. It's ectoplasmic.
Ectoplasmic?
Postoplasmatic. Postoplasmatic.
Ectoplasmic. Yeah.
Details.
That makes sense.
Oh, wait, I made a mistake here. What is the error here? It says this is not JSON. I forgot. Oh, Olivia, I forgot how to write JSON file.
You forgot how to write.
What's the error then? It says here expected comma. Oh, obviously.
Oh no.
Sorry. Yeah, the comma was missing.
Okay, yeah.
Casper is already used. Please choose for your name.
I couldn't see the comma. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Please choose another name. Okay, so can I just say just the properties?
I think you should be able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
There it is. Casper. There it is. So that's done.
So we updated the name. We updated the
name of the
type.
Yeah. Correct.
Let's see what
we can
next.
Also we can get list of all the alerts we have right now on the application.
Yeah, in terms of like the notifications, alert rules, and everything.
Yeah, we have now our final alert rules. Right now is for every object, for every project, at every fence.
So for every type of movement, we basically push an update.
Correct.
And we can push it through the console. We've used like a Teams webhook in the past, right?
Yes. We can always get information about our project, our object is this one, this ID, and we can update our alert rules. Can update our alert rule just to be using only this specific object, for example. So how do we update our rule? So here in the alert services, we have the generic alerts, report services, transition services. The alert services is the one that got the alert rules. We have an alert rule. We're going to update an alert rule partially. Partially, we just use patch. We pass the rule ID, and the only thing that we have to change is pass the parameter that we have to change. In this case, it should be only the object. That's it.
So that's the only change we're making is just to the object directly.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. So first, let's save as. We're gonna update.
Do we want to change what type of rules we have?
We can. We could. Yeah. Update a single rule, so we know it's a patch command. Yeah. Patch command, and we have in the code we can see clearly this alert to pass the rule and the rule ID. So this is our rule ID here. Is alerts rules, alert rules, and this rule ID, and then in the body. Hello, there's the body. Yeah.
Well, it is a ghost after all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually make a decent joke on the stream. One.
Good one.
One time.
There's nobody. There's a ghost.
So if your request has no body, it might be a ghost.
Yeah.
Postman hacks. Spooky edition.
So what we are sending is our object, and it has to be, no, this is the rule, not the object. Sorry.
So wait, are we updating the rule?
We are updating the rule just to accept getting alerts of transitions only for this specific object.
Okay, so that way we don't get other objects?
Yeah.
Or
well, maybe for the previous demo, I created several objects and I forgot about them.
That's true.
And
so
then
the old objects, or if you have more than one object, obviously.
Yes, and then in the old code, I started working, and in the demo, I had to use what the specific object, and because I have the old ones, it got by mistake copied, and it was updating the position, for example, of completely different object, and I was not getting any notifications, for example, or I was not getting any
in a very
messages.
Spooky way. That would make sense.
In a very spooky way, I created several objects, and
they can just linger and haunt.
I lost control. Control of them. So in this case, someone recommended me that if you want to create a rule, please be as specific, just for the sake of being specific. So if you got the idea of the object, and we are going to update a single rule, we are here, right? Yeah, and the object is this one. Voila, which is the object, and I think that's it.
I think so.
It's patch or yeah, it's patch.
I want to say it's patch.
Yeah, it's patch. Like Patch Adams. And service not found.
Wait, do we not? It's not formatted correctly.
I'm pretty sure it's not formatted correctly. Yeah. It says Geofencing. Version number is 1. Alerts, rules, and rule ID. So Geofencing 1, alerts, rules, and the rule ID is this one.
And so to update the request.
Correct. And we updated this for this element, for this list. Yes. Let's take a look. We have ID. What else do we have to put? The key and your admin key. All right. Authorization is the key. Headers, body. Oh, something is supposed to be working. Yeah. Service not found from the something is. Are they updating something in the back end? I don't know.
Did we run into an update?
Yeah, it's both. Sometimes it just.
Sometimes we run into an update. That can happen.
Yeah, that can happen.
Okay, so if we don't change the rules.
If you don't change the rule, okay, let's go back to our rules. Create list all alert rules. We still have the rules. You see,
so we still have the existing ones.
There, yeah. This is our rule ID. It's called our friend alert rule. Yes. So let's take a look. Edit a single rule. It is geofencing alerts rules.
Well, so this, like right now, how we have the rules configured basically means like all movement through like all geofences, etc., is going to create an alert. But if we wanted to change it, that's where we would run into trouble right now, right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, as well, we can also edit. I can delete the list alert rules, get alert rule. There's something I'm doing wrong, yeah. Let's make an experiment. Let's see if I can. This is the object I'm passing it. So, and let's. Let's change the name.
Yeah, we'll just do a name change test.
Let's see if we're still the same. No, it's a functionality system, but
okay.
something's happened.
Yeah, so now we know.
Rules. Yeah,
So that can happen because things need to be updated.
We come back to this one.
Yeah.
Come back to this one. At least we haven't lost the
lost
rule
the
itself. No, and yes, still there. We can still use it. And I want to get just to get to know this rules. Let me list. Let's get alert rule. It's a get command from alert rules ID. Rules, and the rules ID is this one.
So we can get more information about what's going on with the rules.
Just to check again. It's called a friendly rule. Okay. Got it. What else can we do? Well, I still want to change the object somehow.
We could add, well, I was going to say we could add fences, but I don't know if we want to have time for adding more fences, but we can.
Well, we have already added the fences.
We already have fences from the past.
Yeah. You mean like using the Geofences creator?
We could.
We can. Yeah, we can also see this. The Geofences creator. So let me see. Notifications, James Bond. This is the all notifications, right? I got it here. So before, let me show you what kind of messages can we get when we get when we notified. This is a webhook that I created on Heroku. So I added a webhook in there. We get the notifications on because it's coming from a post command, and then I get the payload from the JSON file, and I just display the payload.
Yeah, and this was with basically all types of alerts, right? Like we had every few seconds, every few minutes, it sent an alert that you're dwelling in a certain area, which is like delivery 3 is maybe like one of the geofences.
One of the geofences.
Yeah, and then we changed the name. Even further down, we changed it to James Bond when we were testing a bit more. And you can still see the movement updated. We can change, how often those are updated. We can change, what types of alerts we get if we don't want to get any more geofence notifications when they move in and out, and only just the dwelling, things like that. But transitions are usually the key ones as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very it's quite easy, and the webhook works very standard. It's just sending a JSON file, a JSON text into a HTTP post message, and from there you just have to parse the message that comes. There are also more data, like for example, what transition happened, for example, what time the when you leave or enter the fence, and remember we also have this dwelling, which is when an object is stay around the fence for a long time, for a certain amount of time, which we can configure as well. I'm going to show you where. It's very interesting. Here.
And then
yes.
Also, I think part is we've done in the past, we did a webhook, we did a configure to connector for Teams, which is I think we did that. We might have done that for delivery, actually, now that I think about it. Because
do you still have?
Yep.
Do you still have the Teams open?
Yeah. Like let me see real quick.
Or still disconnected? I think it's disconnected.
I think it's disconnected. But we do have like the general, because no, it's disconnected right now. But we used to have, I think, in one of our past episodes, we did a configured a webhook where we would get those same alerts, the ones that you see in in Heroku. They would get pushed to Teams, which makes it a lot easier to read as well.
Correct. So here in the alert constraint section, when we create the rule, we can say how much time in seconds an object can stay inside the fences before an alert is raised. So if we say like I think there is a default for a couple of seconds right now.
Right.
It tells you. So we can change it as well. We can create an alert rule for let's say just create it for 1 minute. So if you're driving, you create the fence. Right now our fences are, let me see, these fences are quite big. It's 100 meters or so, probably. It's quite big. So it will be like the 5 minute fence, like when you are driving. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, it's the I think it was 100 meters. It's the 5 minutes.
Is it
Like
distance
100 meters.
oriented? Yeah.
When you enter the fence, then you want to send a notification with some lay of buffer time to tell you, okay, it's coming. Be aware. That means go downstairs or be ready at the door or something.
Yeah,
so
and that's how some delivery services work, or can work, especially. So you can set it up. You can set it up based on proximity. And I think if you've interacted with a lot of delivery services, it's easy to see how simple that is. Because I know sometimes, if you're waiting on something, it doesn't always arrive. It's not necessarily because of factors related to the proximity. Like there could be a traffic jam down your block, right? But sometimes you can set those alerts just based on the geofence, so just the proximity. Like, oh well, once you're within 500 feet of a destination, the user might get an alert.
Correct. Let me just double check here. Oh yeah, it was 200 meters.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, the fence around was 200 meters.
But let's see, is that a wrap on our ghost tracking for today? Because we did a good amount of object editing with the ghost. We saw the location history.
What else can we do today? I wanted to show also the possibility to update not only the alert rule, but the dwelling part. So we see in the section here, we can see here in the collection in Postman, the alert rule constraint. We have the transition types all, but you can see we can add the dwelling time, max dwell time, for example, like 600 seconds. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 600 seconds.
So that's how you'd edit dwelling time.
That's 5 minutes. Huh?
So every 5 minutes is where you would get the dwelling time notification, or is that sort of the max time?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So my friend in Vancouver actually was very impressed that we managed to get this working. He got the base code for his application for doing his delivery for his food restaurant, his restaurant. Yeah, he's actually very happy with this, and then he doesn't know that we changed it now for Ghost.
Yeah, and then now it's spooky.
Yeah, and spooky thing. Yeah. So what else is for next week, Olivia? In our next episode.
For our next episode, we're gonna go back to search autocomplete. So now that we've talked a little bit about notifications, we'll go back to the search autocomplete. But that will be a lot easier because also, like you said, it's embedded in the SDK for web, and we'll able to work a little bit more with that and see what else is part of that topic. I think we were gonna finish another topic as well, which I think was POI detail. So that's part of it too. Is interacting with the POI layer a little bit more, because that was a pretty long episode, I think, as far as I remember.
Yes. Okay. Do you have the link of the where is going to be the Geofence creator application? Because right now, in order to do the Geofences application, you have to go to GitHub, download the applications, and add your admin, add your API key, and it runs, right? I think I run it locally, but we have the plans to add it to our developer portal here.
Yeah, I mean, I can share it if you want to put it up and demo the Geofences creator.
Yeah, do you have the link? Let me just put it here since I'm the one sharing the screen.
There you go.
Thank you. Let me just copy link. Let me add it here. So
we can take a last look at the Geofencing creator.
This is a preview. It's a preview. It's not yet finished.
I think we called it an alpha earlier.
It's an alpha release. Yeah. You can call it that. So instead of people were asking, okay, we have to download the application and make it work in our own local thing. Why don't you add it the same as we did with Maps Styler, right? Maps Styler now live inside the developer portal.
Yes,
so it's very cool to have
access.
Also. Correct. The Geofences creator inside the developer portal as well. I think you have first to enter your API key, and of course, if you need help find the key, I will use the same one. Yes, and you go back to the dashboard. You can get your API key from there, and then we do have an admin key. Please do not forget your admin key. It's very important.
Whatever admin key you have.
Yeah, we're using this one, which is the one we use for the dev results right now, so everybody have access to it, obviously. Or you can generate a new one if you don't have one here and with this button here. And then, of course, it detects, oh, you have this API key and this admin key, you have already a project. And it's true.
And this will link over to any of the geofences I think we've created, right?
Yes. Yes. So we have one project, it's called Devisot. We created a long time ago when we started doing the anything with tracking APIs. And you see, by default, we'll try to get the fences for this. And do you recognize these fences?
Yeah, they look like the same fences as our sort of multi-stop delivery for the restaurant. Yep, same fences. So they go ahead and they linked over, which I think is super convenient with using the Geofences creator, because it's the same way, sort of in the same way that is convenient whenever you go back to Map Styler, that you usually end up editing the same map because it continuously keeps the style you're editing.
Correct. So it's the same application. Actually, it's not the same application. Sorry about that. Yep. It's not using the newer SDK for web. That means it's nice. It's faster.
Which means you won't have to sort of manually install geofencing like we did on the Roswell episode.
Yes. Remember in Roswell episode we have to do it manually. We have the we search for a specific city. Oh, where's my favorite city now? It's Kamloops.
Kamloops.
Create geofence. Kamloops. There it is.
There you go. So we can still geofence cities.
Yeah.
Which is the fun part.
Yeah. Now we have created a new geofence on Kamloops. The municipality at least. Yeah. And what else we have? So still working. It's totally functional. So.
Yeah, but that's sort of our first look.
This is it's a beta alpha version. It's still just in early stages, but it's very easy to install in the cloud. And it's going to be living in not demos, but will be probably a Geofences creator. It will be in the main page. So that was a preview of the Geofences creators. Please, the same and ghost tracking. Create a corridor, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to create.
Can we create corridors? You just have to. Oh, there you go. You just have to sort of double click.
Yeah, double click, and then you create a corridor. Okay, good.
But I think that's our wrap up for our spooky ghost tracking episode with notifications today. So ping us on Twitter if you have any more questions, and we can always bring back notifications too when we have updates too, and continue pinging about our ghost tracking.
We will have to come back with this ghost. I really like this ghost tracking. Well, yes.
It's a lot of fun. Well, happy mapping.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Olivia. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
And a happy advanced Halloween, too.
Yes.